Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of my hardcore Ironman account where I'm trying to complete as many of the combat achievements without dying. Will I be able to complete all of them? Probably not, but for every combat achievement I do complete, I'm going to be donating $10 to charity. Now in the last episode, we fully completed the Barrows combat achievements, which brought us up to 30 completed out of 410 or something. We still got a ways to go. However, today we're moving on to something a bit more dangerous. As always guys, if you are enjoying my videos, don't forget to leave a like on them, always helps out a ton. By far the easiest thing you can do to help me out, besides giving me like $1,000, which would also be nice. Nah, you probably should just like the video. Anyway, let's get started. So now that we have Barrows completed, what are we going to move on to next? Well, the next part of the combat achievement log I want to try to deal with is the Deranged Archaeologist. I've actually kind of been dreading this boss a bit, and there's a couple of reasons why. Although the Deranged Archaeologist is a low-level boss and can be fairly easily killed with an Iban staff, this boss does an absurd amount of damage for some reason and can one-shot you even at high hit points. Now the boss itself is quite easy, however it has a reputation for killing players including hardcore Ironman, and I don't think any hardcore Ironman should really come here unless they really want to complete the combat achievement log. Now the Deranged Archaeologist has an absurd potential max hit of 56 for a special attack hit. Now if you don't know, a special attack is 3 books, and if you get hit by one of them, you can get hit up to 56, and they bounce, which means you can theoretically easily get one shot if you're not paying attention, and it ignores defenses for some reason as if it wasn't dangerous enough. So the combat achievement log is coming along nicely. We have a couple fully completed items, always feels good when they turn green. Now the Deranged Archaeologist is easy as far as the combat achievements go. The hardest task is I need to kill them 50 times, but there are no difficult mechanics, and really it is just going to be brute force and of course not dying. Now in the last episode we actually just hit 50 Slayer, which means we are now able to take on Bloodvelds, which not only are just an amazing Slayer task, but also a combat achievement. So we just finished up the Demonic Punching Bag achievement, bringing us up to 31 tasks complete. So there's no more delaying, we are going to be taking on the Deranged Archaeologist. Now it's a really simple fight and a really simple gear setup. All we're bringing is prayer boosting gear. The Deranged Archaeologist ignores your defenses anyway with its special attack, so there's no point bringing defensive armor really. And we are going to be burning through a few prayer potions here, but hopefully not too many. So it's a really simple fight. You just turn on Protect from range, don't get within melee distance of him. And most importantly of all, whenever he says learn to read, get the heck out of there. Because if that lands a direct hit, there is a solid chance of you dying. That said, if you are paying attention, the boss fight is really simple. It really is only an issue for hardcore Ironman because the max hit is just so high for some reason. Alright, so far so good. First kill coming in here for the Deranged Archaeologist, and we got Runite Limbs. That's actually amazing. Now, that's probably the most important item to get from the Deranged Archaeologist, and we got it on our first kill. I also completed 2 of the combat achievements on my first kill. One was for killing him with magic, the other one was just not getting hit by a special attack, so that's already 2 out of the 4 combat achievements done. Now we just have to do it 50 more times without dying. Oh my god, I forgot about that item, Black DI'd Body from the Deranged Archaeologist. That is actually such a good item to get, and unlike the Runite Limbs, we can just wear that right away once we get 70 range. That's awesome. We already have Black DI'd chaps as well, so well, we just have full Black D-hide. So nice to get that out of the way. Okay, so the first 10 kills here were actually reasonably smooth. We didn't get too close to dying. We did get clipped a couple times with the special attack, but there we go, we're done with the Deranged Archaeologist Novice. Originally, I was only planning on doing the 10 kills for now, but you know what, we're kind of in the groove of things already. Why not just complete the other 40 and just never have to come back here ever again? Well, this is going to be our final kill. By far the closest we came to dying was on our 49th kill, and just one book hit us for a 40, which is kind of insane. If you get clipped by 2, you can just straight up die. So that said, we are done. There are 50 kills at the Deranged Archaeologist. We are done with this boss. We got everything we needed, so we should never have to come back here. And we completed once again another combat achievement and another combat achievement log. If we come over here to bosses and go down to the Deranged Archaeologist, we are now totally done. And if we actually go check our high scores for this boss, we are now almost within the top 400, which I think is the highest ranked I've been at anything in this entire game, so that's kind of cool as well. Now, we actually have a few really good ranged upgrades in our bank, however, we can't wear them yet, so I think I need to actually train up my range level a bit. Some of the upcoming bosses are going to require ranged, and right now we're pretty low level, but I have been grinding at the sand crabs for a while, so there is going to be an important level 60 range. I don't know why it didn't pop up. I think I'm actually going to shoot all the way to 70 for now, because at least then I can upgrade to black d'hide, which is going to be useful for range, but also for other reasons as well. So I've been grinding away here for a while now, and we're just about to hit 65 ranged. Feels good, only 5 more levels to go. Now, black d'hide is going to be easy, I just need to get 5 more range levels. The rune crossbow that I essentially have banked is going to be a bit more difficult, because I do need to actually fletch it myself. And to fletch it, I believe I need around 70 fletching. That is going to be a bit trickier, especially on an Ironman. Whew, okay, so another solid 4 or 5 hours of grinding today, and we are just about to do it. So with just our trusty Dorgestrand crossbow, I was able to go all the way to 70 ranged. It wasn't particularly quick, but we did it, which means we now have another solid gear upgrade. So this is going to be incredibly useful for, of course, ranged, but also any other content where I need higher magic defense. This is going to be my best in slot for quite some time, I imagine. So we're going to probably wear this bossing in quite a few circumstances, even if we kill them with melee. So really important gear to have, and hopefully they don't nerf it before I need to use it. That would be a bit sad. Now, my next minor goal I'm going to start working towards is 69 fletching to be able to craft a rune crossbow. Now, there is a chance I might get one in the wilderness before then, but regardless, as we're probably going to be doing some winter tot coming up here soon, I think getting a few fletching levels will be handy. Okay, so after going through all of the logs in my bank and crafting them into arrow shafts and then into headless arrows, we managed to get all the way to 30 fletching, which is a really good base to start with. Now, when we're doing winter tot, if we decide to fletch the logs, we will get a certain amount of experience based on our fletching levels. So you will get more fletching experience from winter tot the higher your fletching level is. So we're going to try to get to 30, 35, something like that, just to get a start on it. Okay, so a really easy quest we just completed here that gives us a bit of fletching experience is the Temple of Ikov, bringing us all the way to 34 fletching. Still a long ways to go before we can craft a rune crossbow, but it's a start, and hopefully we'll get a few more levels from doing our winter tot grind. So winter tot does have combat achievements similar to Temporos, and there are actually quite a few achievements in the easy, medium, and hard combat diary, which we'll be able to knock out fairly easily here. Now, similar to Temporos, realistically the hardest task to complete is simply the 50 kill count. All the rest of them should be pretty easy to complete in between. Now, it is efficient to do winter tot at a lower level, but I didn't feel like doing that, so we do have higher hit points. We're up to around 70, which means we're going to take more damage from winter tot. That said, we're going to go ahead and grab the Clue Hunter outfit, which counts as warm clothing and should reduce our damage significantly. Winter tot is a dangerous death. We shouldn't be dying, but I mean, I wouldn't be the first hardcore Ironman to die at winter tot. So for winter tot, I'm going to be bringing 4 or 5 potatoes. I think that should be enough, even though we do, of course, have much higher hit points and we're going to take a lot more damage. Overall, you still don't need a ton of food, and while it's recommended to do it at a lower level, I personally don't think it's required. That said, if you want to do solo winter tot, that's probably a completely different ball game, but for now we're just going to be doing it in the mass world. So we're just finishing up with our very first kill of winter tot here. How many combat achievements are we going to complete on our very first kill here? Well, there's 51 fire making, but we've gotten at least 1 done. Looks like 2. We've finished up cozy, which means we killed winter tot with 4 pieces of warm clothing on, as well as can we fix it, which means the 4 braziers didn't break at the same time. I mean, I wasn't responsible for that, but apparently we did it. And of course, for every winter tot kill, we're going to get a loot crate, which will have really useful stuff like coins, seeds, herbs, and ores, stuff like that. Just very useful stuff for Ironman. Oh, there we go. We're finally able to repair a brazier. Kind of harder in the mass worlds because someone automatically repairs it, but there we go. We got one of them repaired. And I think we can actually get another one done right here, which is to revive a pyromancer. So there we go. 2 combat achievements done. So I believe that is going to be our 10th kill of winter tot, bringing us to 58 fire making. And we of course have also completed winter tot novice. Oh, okay, we actually just finished up another task. I didn't even realize it. Apparently we completed leaving no one behind, which I thought we just eventually get done passively. Essentially, we have to do an entire winter tot kill without letting any of the pyromancers fall. Again, in the group worlds, that will just happen eventually anyway, so that's pretty much our second to last task complete. I think that's all of them except for one hard task, which we're not going to bother doing yet. So pretty much all we have left is to kill the winter tot another 35 times, which we might as well do now. So I've been fletching pretty much as much as possible because realistically I need fletching levels more than I need fire making levels, and our hard work has paid off with 40 fletching for now. So we're approaching the end of our winter tot grind, but a really nice level coming in here, 70 fire making, one of our highest skills right now. Not really surprising on an Ironman at all, but still pretty nice to hit. So that really wasn't too bad at all. There is winter tot champion done. We've completed 50 kills at winter tot. Unfortunately, we didn't get any more of the Pyromancer set or a Tome of Fire, but we did get a ton of useful resource items on the way to 50 kill count. We got tons of U seeds, some Renar seeds, which are really helpful, even 90k cash, that's really nice at this point in my account. And of course, we also completed 7 combat achievements just from winter tot. That thing was kind of stacked, to be honest. So now that we've completed a lot of the early game bosses, the only thing we have left in the easy combat achievement are a few Slayer creatures, those being the Aberrant Spectres at 60 Slayer and the Worm at 62, and a few other one-off tasks such as the Giant Mole, the King Black Dragon, Sarachnas, and Lizardman Shamans. So we're going to start with Slayer, that way we can get a bit stronger to begin with. And because we of course need to do a ton of Slayer, the next big goal I'm going to work towards here is the Black Mask, because it's probably one of the highest DPS increases in the game, and I want to get it. So there's our very first Bloodveld task. I'm pretty happy to get that because we can actually go to the Catacombs of Karen to kill mutated Bloodvelds, and those are really good for early game Ironman. They drop a ton of alchables, blood runes, just really useful stuff to get done early. Mutated Bloodvelds are amazing. We are just getting so much experience, so much money. We do have to flick the entire task, which kind of sucks, but there is 70 defense. On a hardcore Ironman, defense is very important, especially because we're not going to have the most ideal gear for a while now. So just having more innate defenses is just going to help out a ton. Okay, so after around 2 hours, we finally finished up with our first mutated Bloodveld task, and just look at all the alchables in my inventory. So handy. Look at that, from only one Bloodveld task, we managed to get nearly 100k cash, which pretty much just doubled our cash stack. We need to do more Slayer because we need money. Next up here, we got cow fights. Not too bad, we'll do that. So there we go, 10 tasks done in a row. We got a well-needed 60 Slayer points. We had to skip a few things. Oh my god, there's more Bloodvelds. Luckily, Neve only assigns cow fights and Bloodvelds, which to be fair is kind of amazing for me. So we got a Slayer level coming in here, 56 Slayer, which means we only have 2 more to go until we can finally go get the Black Mask. And ever since we have unlocked Bloodvelds, we have been slamming through these levels pretty quickly here, and making just tons of cash along the way. So there we finished up another Bloodveld task, and you might notice things are a little bit different. We do have the HD plugin enabled. This doesn't necessarily have to be a permanent thing, but I thought I would test it out, and I've just been having so much fun using the plugin. So the desert in HD, I can't get over it, looks so nice. Now we're actually here to complete the Tourist Trap quest. I meant to do this a while ago. So we just finished up with Tourist Trap, and the main reason I was actually doing this is for smithing levels. To get the Black Mask, we need to do Rum Deal, which actually has a smithing level requirement. And by completing Tourist Trap, that actually brought us near to 40 smithing, which means we can pretty much just head over right to the Blast Furnace. So I swear we've just been doing like 2 days of straight Bloodvelds, but it has paid off. because that is going to be 58 Slayer, which means we can now kill the Cave Horror. And this is where we're going to stop off for now, because there's really no point of getting any other Slayer experience until we have the Black Mask. It's that good of an upgrade that we pretty much just have to go get it. So anyway guys, I think that's where I'm going to end it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode as always. Today we finished off at 42 combat achievements done out of 410. Which means if we died right now, we would need to donate $410 to charity. We actually completed a ton of tasks today, mainly thanks to Wintertot and of course the Deranged Archaeologist. But I am very happy with our progress, and we're nearing the end of the easy combat achievement, and well, we haven't died yet. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Now before I go here guys, I want to give a massive thank you to all of my members over on YouTube. Thank you so much to The Hybrid, Guy Fox, Timothy Chen, Ocelot, and Kush Patel for all being subscribed at the Dragon tier. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys as always. Also a big shout out to Base Titch, Mexos, NDM001, and YoYoSup89. Appreciate it as always. If you guys are looking for another way to support the channel, becoming a YouTube member is an awesome way to do so. Helps directly fund me, of course. If you become a member, you can become immortalized in all of my future videos, get access to a video release schedule, and of course get a custom role in my Discord server. Thanks a lot guys, and I'll see you next time.